I'm Trisha, and thank you for joining me on Reality Bites. We're going to be going over Season 5, Seeking Sister Wives, the finale. This ending was just so blah. Like, that's it. And so I just need to talk about this. I mean, are you kidding me? No recaps. Just this. And I got my little notes. I do. Also, too, remember to hit the like, smash the subscribe, and ring the bell. Now, we're going to go and jump into some of the more not really there, but slower families first. We're going to jump actually to the Sherwoods. They were only on there for like 5 minutes. It's just hilarious. And I mean, honestly, that was 5 minutes, probably just enough of them, because honestly, they were so boring through the whole season. And again, they're no longer in touch with Sarah. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Such a shocker and surprise since, she dumped them a couple episodes ago? Just saying. Now, I would have loved to have seen these. It seems as if Ashley has been stood up and catfished. I would have loved to have seen that. While they are continuing to seek. But they're still optimistic that they will find the perfect sister wife for Ashley. Methinks you got that a little bit wrong there. They're looking for a wife for Ashley, not a sister wife. A wife for Ashley. Wouldn't that be a sister wife for Shane? Just saying. And again, this is just my opinion. But you can let me know if I'm wrong. Now we are going to go and jump over to the Ryans, who they're, really boring couple also. But, they just have that whole creep factor to them, too. And let me just start off by talking about they come up on Becky, and I don't know what is up with her hair. Now, my hair this is freshly rolled out of bed, ran my fingers through it. So, yes, I am looking a little frumpy. No makeup, no, my hair's not done, any of that stuff. But you know what? It's still better than looking like the gross mess that she was looking. I don't know if her hair was wet and just air drying funny, or if it was just greasy and gross. Honey, dry shampoo. Just saying. A little dry shampoo might help. Not that I'm saying I look perfect or anything, because no, but dry shampoo might help you. Just a little tip there. And it just had me, the whole entire time they were on, I couldn't stop looking at her hair. I know, that's not very nice of me, but hey, whatever. But there was nothing really new with them. It was just a recap of last week of Justin coming home and them sitting down and talking. Like, that was it. The only interesting thing, the dog. The dog was awesome. I don't know. Their dog's super awesome and super cute. But that was it. Justin is saying that Yari is confused and wants to go slow, and she's just not sure if she wants to live this lifestyle. She wants a man for herself. And Becky is like, oh, maybe this isn't right for her. Maybe she's not the right person for it. But she is so thirsty for a friend, so thirsty, that she's like, maybe she just needs more time. But in the meantime, while they're giving Yari time, they're going to still keep looking, for that person who just wants to jump headfirst in to their cult. I mean, I'm sorry. They just give me the heebie-jeebies. And just knowing that Becky is the stepdaughter to Tony Alamo, I mean, they both came from that, that cult and jumped headfirst right into it, and they drank the Kool-Aid. And they don't care if it's Yari that joins them or anyone else, just someone else, just someone. They don't care if it's Yari or anyone else. They just want someone, anyone. Can you say very culty vibes? Because I sure can. And then you have the Ryans, and they're at the beach, and Yari is with them. She does happen to be with them, but Yari is still not committed, but she is okay with Becky sometimes tagging along. And I must say, the last picture that they froze on it with Justin walking up to them and then they froze it, is it just me, or did it just scream stalker, stalker, stalker? Because that's what it felt like. I mean, just crazy. Now we are going to jump into the Davises. And you have Danielle and Nick in the hot tub. Okay, who else gets nauseous from Danielle and her bobblehead? It's like, girl, stop, please. You're making me sick. Like, she literally is like a human bobblehead. That's all there is to it. And she's sitting there just saying, that she's saying words that she's like, possibly maybe okay with moving forward, but wants to take it slow, but, possibly maybe while she's bobbleheading it. And Nick is just sitting there. I hear what you're saying. I understand. We want to know that you're okay with this and that this is good, but we're still moving forward. So he's just placating her. He doesn't care. Period. Not one bit. And then, oh, man. They jump to them all getting ready to go to bed. Who else thinks it's gross how extremely excited and looking like a kid in a candy store Nick was for going to sleep in the same bed with all four women? I mean, he was just so excited. I mean, you could just see him like, yeah, here we go. I mean, this was gross. This was seriously gross. And then, they go to bed, and next thing you know, Jasmine's waking up in the morning, and she's the only one awake. Or maybe Danielle is too. I can't really remember if you can actually see her in that or not. But she does this little snake slither crawl out of bed, like snake slither crawl out of the bed. I'm sorry. You're going to sit there and tell me the rest of those people are sound asleep and not waking up, one, from the maneuver coming out of the bed, and two, with the camera crew and lighting there. And they slept through all of this. Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry, no. But she goes to the kitchen, and Danielle's in there making coffee. And so they get to have their awkward little conversation, just the two of them. And it's so funny. because at no point in time do they talk about the fact that Danielle and Jasmine would end up having to get married. But Danielle does talk to her about, at some point in time in the future, they would want her and her son to move in with them. And, and how does she feel about that? And Jasmine is like, okay, I'm fine with that, And then Danielle starts talking to her about how, the struggle she has, and that this is just not an easy life, as they all make it seem. And, she kind of sounds like she is trying to talk Jasmine out of this, but failing. Jasmine is like, I'm all in. Now, here's the kicker. You've gone on one date with the women, one date with Nick, and then sleepover, and you're going to be ready to move you and your child in. That would be like way crazy fast. Like, oh, you don't even know people and stuff. Well, since it did come out with all of their lives and everything, that they have known Jasmine from the time that this came out in 2023, when it was being filmed, at least 2 years. In 2021, all those pictures that got posted of knowing her. So, this is all a big fat lie, and that's why it's so easy to move on this crazy quickly that they're doing. Because they're just a bunch of big fat liars. And so now that tracks and makes sense why they can try to move on so quickly like this. So, Jasmine leaves, and a couple of days later, who waits to sit down and talk about something for a couple of days? But a couple of days later, they're getting ready to sit down for dinner, minus Jasmine, to discuss their feelings on moving forward with Jasmine in a relationship. Nick totally states how he wants to move forward with this and move forward in a relationship with Jasmine. And Jenny, she's all for it too. She has stated that she wants to move on. She thinks Jasmine's a good fit for them. Danielle comes in and is kind of like, well, she, does get along with her and everything, and she is a good fit and stuff, but it's work. It's not instantaneous or easy like it was for all of them. This is work. So she doesn't think that Jasmine's the right person. And surprisingly enough, of all people, it was actually April. I don't know why I called her Heather. April, that agreed with her. She said it wasn't organic and, natural, that they did have to put work into it. So April agrees with Danielle that it's just not a good fit. And then Jenny changes her tune and agrees, yes, it's not a good fit, not to move forward with the relationship. So Nick does say, how he's a little disappointed and a little bit upset, but, he has to concede, because it's 3-0. And so he has to concede that, yes, he's outfitted. And they're not going to move forward with Jasmine. So they're going to break up with Jasmine. Until April, and he's, sad about this, but until April jumps in with you know what we need to do? We need to jump right into dating. Like, get in that dating pool and date, like seriously date. And date 1 to 2 people at a time. Oh, if you could have seen Nick's face, he went from little sad to boom. Oh, I like this idea. He was all for it and ready to go. Yeah. So he got over that, over Jasmine real fast. Like, real fast. Then, I just have to say, which was completely and totally creepy, how he did that. But I also have to say, too, Nick, you're not Baron Samedi. Quit trying to act and dress and stuff like you are. Just stop. Because you're insulting. I mean, everyone that believes in that religion, you're straight up insulting them. Just stop with your fakeness. But, I mean, that's not the only thing that's fake, because they jump to the ending with them, and they are dating a new woman, but they haven't given her name yet. And Danielle is happy now that she decided to stay, and she's also cautiously optimistic that this new woman could possibly be her wife. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not sure what she is so worried about marrying this other woman or any other woman or whatever, the actual legal marrying part. Because, I mean, come on, just do what Jenny and April did. You go out, you fill out a marriage certificate, not marriage license, marriage certificate. Hold it up, take pictures of it, say that it's a marriage license and you're legally married, but you're not. So, I mean, just do the same thing, and there you go. You know, that's just another one of their lies. Go figure. Now, we're going to move on to the Merrifields. Ick. Danielle and Ick. Garrick and Miriam have their little stay-in date night. Ick uncomfortably moves in really close to Miriam, and he starts just rubbing up on her legs. And you can tell that she is not comfortable with him doing that, but he just keeps touching her. And whether it's trying to put his arm around her, trying to rub her leg or her arm, whatever, it doesn't matter. He just keeps doing it. And you can tell, like, by how she, like, moves and positions herself a little bit, like, away from him. She's not happy. She is just like, what can I do to get you not to touch me? I mean, it's just blatantly there. And then, to top all of that off, okay, how about Garrick completely and totally disrespecting Miriam's faith? Like, completely disrespecting it. You know, she's talking about that she might want to wear her hijab, and he's like, oh, no, I will try to rip it off of you, where's my beautiful wife, try to rip it off of you. Like, oh my goodness, can you get any more disrespectful? I mean, I'm sorry. You know, that's horrible. And then he tells her that he, you know, used to be a playboy, he used to be a bad boy. And he even started a gang in Bonita Vista, Colorado. Yeah. And he made people pay him money for protection. And they were such a gang life. They even had stickers on their truck with the gang name on it. Always Thuggin' Crew with a K. Because, you know, when you think of gangs, you think of stickers, right? Just saying. I'm sorry, but he is 6th generation small town life. And the fact that he actually wants you to think that he had a gang. I'm sorry, no. That's just pathetic. It's just horrible. Plus, too, the small town that they live in and stuff, Miriam says she doesn't want to live in a small town. And you know what? You can tell that she that Garrick is not happy about that. But she says she's the only brown person that's going to be living there. Or sorry, then she changes it to tan person that's going to be living there. And that makes her really uncomfortable. And you could tell he is very displeased. So, in the talking heads, he says that Miriam is a little standoffish. But you know what? You could tell Danielle is loving it. Because, this is just Danielle repeating herself. Then Miriam wants to go to bed alone. And, Garrick is not happy. He didn't get none. Just saying. He didn't get none. So then they go the next day, and they're getting ready to take Miriam to the airport, and Garrick is sad that she's going to be leaving, but he feels that it was, wonderful. And here's the funny thing. Danielle and Miriam, they are closer than Miriam and Garrick are. Miriam and Garrick don't have no chemistry. You could see that it's not there at all. And then they go to Garrick thinks that Natalia is the one with a problem, since she's not happy with them seeking another potential wife. And then you have a cut to Danielle. She is sobbing, crying again. And y'all know who I'm referring to, the sobbing. Just like sobbing, she is sobbing, crying over Natalia. You just want to be like, just stop. You know you are loving this. Just stop. Quit your fake crying. It ain't real. And you don't really love her. And then 3 days later, Natalia sends a video to the producers. Natalia discovered a few new lies. The main one, Garrick had told Natalia that they would not pursue other wives until Natalia was living with them. Now, I would love to know what any of the other lies were. They only covered that one. But also, too, Garrick started demanding total submission to him from Natalia. I mean, with those serial killer eyes of his, I can see that. And just, hell no. And you know who also said hell no? Natalia. She's out. She's done. Surprisingly enough, also too, just like before, history repeating itself, Miriam is out. But they quickly moved on to Lorena. The same day that they meet Lorena for the first time, Garrick baptizes her and proposes on the same day they meet. You know, he was happy because he got to bang her. And surprise, surprise, she's also from Brazil. Go figure. And in between them meeting the new woman and Natalia leaving them, their new baby girl is born. And honestly, she's so beautiful. I just feel sad for her because of who her parents are. And lastly, we are going to go to the Salahoudens. Now, I am so happy that they were only on a small clip at the end because they just make me want to vomit. Nyla and Naeem have a new potential sister wife, Ebony, who they haven't met yet. but they're hoping to meet soon. Things are still not working out with Naeem's mother and Nyla. They are hoping it will someday work out. Oh, but see, maybe Naeem's mom, all her attitude comes from the fact that she is disgusted that her son and her niece are married. Yeah, that's right. Since Naeem's daughter hit social media saying that Naeem and Nyla are first cousins. I mean, just, oh my God, I just want to vomit. That is disgusting. First cousins. Disgusting. But at the same time, can't wait to see what future episodes will hold. And what else will come from this. And again, thank you for joining me. And sorry if you hear a little bit of the wildlife, dogs, deer, or birds chirping. Got a lot of animals here and stuff. Not just us, but all around us. And you have a great rest of your day, and see you on here again soon. Remember again, hit the like, smash the subscribe, and ring that bell. And see you again, sister friends. Bye.